What we know at this stage, this is still obviously a very active outbreak, and information is being updated and changing by the hour. It is clearly still centred in China, with the overwhelming majority of cases still being reported from China. The source, as we've said before, is still unclear, and investigations continue in that regard. During our trip to China, we were very impressed with the level of engagement of the Chinese government at all levels. The challenge is great, but the response has been massive, and the Chinese government deserve huge credit for that response and for the transparency in which they have dealt with this. The virus itself allows you to grow the virus. You're able to test in vitro drugs against the virus. You're able to do all kinds of other things when you have the virus. China has isolated that virus, and China is not against. And China is now currently working with partners to see how it can share the virus. There's no obstacle to that from the Chinese perspective. There is no scientist nor sage on the planet that will tell you when the peak of this epidemic will occur. The peak will occur when the peak occurs. The peak will occur as soon as we put together a package of interventions that are designed to stop the virus.
Prior to my visit, I was in almost daily contact with Minister Ma to discuss the response to the outbreak and how WHO can support, because we need to focus on the epicenter of the outbreak. Managing the outbreak at the epicenter helps us from the outbreak spreading to the rest of the world. On involving other countries, the best would be a bilateral arrangement.
In a crisis, it's very easy to sometimes I've called it the something must be done club, where people say something must be done. Well, unfortunately, we don't have the opportunity to say something should be done. We must decide what needs to be done, and we must get on and do it.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.